If it was written out, you wouldn't like what you see. In all the darkest days, staring back from the pages, burns into history. If I could go back, I wouldn't change a thing. If I could go back, I wouldn't change a thing. Sorry if your heart was in the line of fire of selfish desire. Hurt wasn't my intention. Learn from the dirty deeds I've done and help me become more than who I was. That's why if I could go back, I wouldn't change a thing. If I could go back, I wouldn't change a thing.
As long as I have your attention, allow me to slip into and break the tension that silence creates when people start to listen attentively. Take a deep breath with me and inhale the smoke of past memories and reminisce with me in this moment. See, it was only 4 years ago that if you would ask me who I be, I would have recited my blood creed. More or less, I be that bloody Damien, that goony goon goo, banging for non-trade gangster, aka NTG. I bang that fire for the spiritually, physically, mentally, and economically. I be that triple O gangster, ride banging for OG Todd, cut a crab to the crab, super pop, and so for those who oppose against my nation. Locking low, rep for the east side, rest in peace to my OG Todd, snake eye red, 50-50, love all dogs, bang for blood. And that was a blood banger indeed. I was a gang member at the age of 16 and had never felt more G. See, brought up, I was always warned about the gang life. But no one ever sat me down and told me how shiny and attractive the gang life might sound. See, I felt like a nobody, an island, claimed by no country. I was alone, so you know I was never rightly fed, so I was always left hungry, but I was hungry for meaning. Meaning I never saw in my eyes a purpose that was actually worth it. Something I could live for, fight for, die for. And now all these grown men are asking me who I'm a bang for, so I picked up my red bandana and sought the approval of my fellow gang members. I was no longer an island. But now I was a part of something bigger than myself, but now I value the color so that I could find value in self, man. I was content for a short while. But while I gave in to peer pressure, the pressure began to press down on my mentality. And it was shortly after this I began to see that I would soon be the cause of my own fatality. See, I held this high image that my boys would always have my back. Blood in, blood out, and we would always be family. But it's funny that if my real blood ain't in them, then my blood members will be out faster than the blood cells out my body when I receive a cut on my hand. See, I was an island that was finally claimed by a country, but when it came time to real war, it was alone I stand, because the only road in which I was standing was so broad I can get lost and no one would ever notice I was gone. And this angered my soul, because this meant I made these gang members my king. Jesus shortly reminded me that he got the ruler of this world on checkmate. Meaning I no longer have to check my fate at the door, but I'm free to live a life free of underlying deceit. No longer being discreet about my actions, but living free in satisfaction in the purpose God has given me. See, Christ raised me from my gravesite, and he placed me in the same light Saul stood when he turned into Paul. He waited 3 days so he could see again. It was the same eyes God gave Paul to see, that as soon as I surrendered to him, he gave me in. There was a blood transfusion that took place. I no longer lived for a blood gang, but now I lived because the blood came. For me, Christ died on the tree and his body was ripped open for all to see. And his blood bled till he was dead, and he rose again just to prove he was who he once said. So now I stand here before you, washed clean by his blood. And now I stand here before you, drenched in his love. And now I stand here before you to tell you he's enough. Christ didn't die so we could live lives separated from him. He died so we can stand here and say, I am blood certified.
If I could go back, I wouldn't change a thing. If I could go back, I wouldn't change